Whatever you think of this guy, his dead, effectless eyes, his smooth, pulled tight like a snare drum face, he ain't going anywhere. Look at him. He's the Russian Superman, the KGB middle manager, desk jockey, turned expression of Greater Russia's hopes and dreams. He lets no opportunity to take his shirt off pass him by. Pose with a large gun, he's there. And no matter how transparently autocratic, vengeful, oblivious to even a thin veneer of democracy, Russians love him. They seem to feel about him like New Yorkers used to feel about Giuliani. He may be a son of a bitch, but he's our son of a bitch. It's February 2014, and the Sochi Olympics are just coming up when I arrive in Moscow. It's a different Moscow every time I come here. The 80s style go-go capitalist conspicuous consumption, see who can spend the most money disco techno thing I encountered when I first came here back in 2001, it's still going strong. In fact, these days, Moscow has one of the highest concentrations of billionaires in the world. But as never before, it's Imperial Russia now, a one-man rule. All power emanates. Every decision must consider this guy. Russia is full of characters with murky pasts and shadowy connections. But one of them I've called a friend for more than a decade.
Tony.
Oh.
Wow.
I guess I'm switching to vodka. Samir.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Now, my concern is, back in the day, this place was famous for all of the rooms were bugged.
Not anymore, I'm sorry.
Oh, really? I'm really sorry about that.
Times change.
Poor Zamir, my longtime crony, he tries at least to be diplomatic about these things. I mean, he's got to live here, right? He doesn't want prussic acid on his blintsies.
Given the new enlightened, the liberalized, forward-thinking Russia, they've removed the surveillance devices.
Listen, as a born Muscovite, I'm trying to be a good patriot. So I really want you to tell me frankly, in a week from now, Zamir, now I understand why stereotypes sometimes send the bad message about Russia.
I have an open mind. Everything's great. Russia does anything they want.
Listen, why don't we just taste the awesome?
Let's get up.
Okay, Tony, so your new experience, right? Being part of the opposition rally.
This is nothing new for me. Blows against the empire, street fighting man, that's me. I go way back with this. I marched on the Pentagon with my dad when I was a kid.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So you're well prepared. It could be a little bit physical and brutal today.
I don't know, but that dog goes aiming for my nutsack. My day as a dissident will be over quickly.
There is opposition to Putin, but it's a mixed bag. And if you do see a demonstration like this one, it is with permission, along a planned route, carefully managed, and the cops and security tend to outnumber the demonstrators.
Phones, metal stuff goes up. The main topic of this rally is to support the political prisoners. Last May, when they came to protest against Putin's re-election, which allegedly was a little bit rigged.
The election results were, shall we say, dubious.
Some of them were arrested and put in prison, and some of them are still there.
Divide and conquer? Well, look who's showed up today. Everybody from human rights activists to ultra-right-wing nationalists who think Putin's been too soft.
Putin is not right-wing enough for them.
No, he's like a liberal to them. He doesn't the Jews and immigrant workers.
Right. I'm sort of shocked that these guys are at the same demonstration.
Russians, they're not united around one political agenda, so...
The only thing that's uniting this group right now is general unhappiness with Putin.
That's it.
Bad things seem to happen to critics of Vladimir Putin. Journalists, activists, even powerful oligarchs, once seemingly untouchable, are now fair game if they displease the leader.
So, we were supposed to be dining at another restaurant this evening, and when they heard that you would be joining me, we were uninvited. Should I be concerned about having dinner with you?
This is a country of corruption. And if you have business, you are in a very unsafe situation. Everybody can press you and destroy your business. That's it. This is a system.
In Vegas, there's winners and losers. And God knows, I've been both. In a place like this where you can lose your shirt on the unlucky turn of a card, you need a friend. And for my sins, I got Ruhlman. Currently evading prosecution in just about every jurisdiction from his hometown Cleveland to Grand Forks, wanted for bail jumping, usury, misuse of livestock, assault, grand theft auto. Also the respected author of such food-related classics as the French Laundry Cookbook and Soul of a Chef. He washed up in Vegas at just the right time. Vegas was always the most unlikely of dreams, the longest of long shots in the middle of the desert. A real but imaginary space that keeps expanding, creeping ever larger across the wasteland. Back in the 40s, the 50s, it was a small town. 100,000 became 300,000, became 500,000, then 1 million, then 2. But it doesn't matter if it was 5 years ago or 50. The town has always ended like this. An abrupt cut and the desert rats on the horizon. But there are comfortable, dark places too, where a man can have a drink, meet like-minded sophisticados of the open West. Places like this.
Good stuff. It's Jameson Black.
Yeah, that's yum. You can do 30 of those.
Huntridge Tavern, where those who have to live it, see it, the things that men do day after day, night after night, in a town where people are encouraged to do their worst, where they can drink the stain away.
This is the side of Vegas I like.
This side.
Yeah, because people here are like really cynical.
Really?
They have a dim worldview, even more dim than me.
It is useful to know that of over 12 million Africans dragged, ripped, and kidnapped from their homelands, nearly 5 million ended up in Brazil. 1.5 million of them in Bahia alone. Pelourinho became the locus of a vast infrastructure of plantations and the slave trade that powered them, making this city in northeastern Brazil the most opulent in the New World. Pelourinho, it's worth pointing out, gets its name from the whipping post. 100 years after slavery was outlawed in Brazil, Pelourinho had been forgotten. But of course, the neighborhood had its charms. If you were an artist, a musician, a writer, you could afford to live here. Cheap rent for longtime locals, or shiny new art galleries and hipster cafes. We know which way the current of history runs.
Eu vivo aqui pensando como sobreviver. O mundo vai girando e o novo sol vai nascer. E as pedras vão rolando ao amanhecer. E a gente acreditando que o novo sol vai nascer. Seus olhos puros e ardentes, clareando minha mente, eu vivo sonhar sempre com você. Musa inspiradora, não me deixe só. Preciso de você para criar um reflexo da vida e mostrar para o mundo a verdade no corpo e na alma, antes que seja tarde demais.
Here, though, one man stands alone. Jaime Figura, a poet, sculptor, painter, musician. Now, perhaps, his own greatest artistic creation. He's chosen to hide his face from view and to stand in opposition, an eyesore, a rebuke, a defiant, guar-like embarrassment to the occupiers.
As he dresses now, this is for protection, but as I understand, also protest.
E essa sua forma é uma forma de protesto também?
Foi porque eu perdi meu emprego.
Que lá
Além
terra
de perder
job.
meu emprego, de ter rasgado meu paletó, roupa, porra toda, entendeu? Ainda vi uns filha da puta de lá da periferia me bater, entendeu? Me agredir, achando que eu tava errado, que eu era isso e aquilo, entendeu? Aí piorou mais a situação. Com ele coloquei a máscara de ferro, entendeu?
It's a kind of protest, but also protection. You know?
Who's the enemy?
Quem são os inimigos? Ele tá perguntando quem são.
Os inimigos são todos.
Everyone.
Quem vê cara não vê coração.
You see face, you not see heart, né?
How long have you been wearing the armor? How long?
Há 46 anos atrás.
46 years.
46 years.
You know?
That was a long time ago. You ever go to the beach?
Eu gosto de ficar na sombreira só.
No sun. Only shadow
Only the
and beer.
darkness.
And beer. And no
You're
sun.
goth, dude.
Whisky com água de coco.
Whiskey and coconut. But not sun. No sun.
Mas entrar na água eu não vou, não.
Not
pai.
water, not sun.
Just down from where we're sitting, Jaime's Pelourinho studio. His water and power have been shut off. But he insists he's going nowhere.
Brazil is supposed to be about what? Music, dancing, sun, hot women. Does he reject those things? Does he think that's bull?
É que eu tô no país errado, tô na cidade
It's
errada.
the wrong country, he tells.
É,
I
aconteceu.
am in the wrong country.
Where would the perfect place be?
A cidade do rock.
The rock city.
Rock City. That's Detroit.
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 Detroit, Rock City. What music inspires him?
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, though. I
Iron
think they're
Maiden?
touring, actually.
Que mais?
Nirvana.
Nirvana. Metallica?
Beethoven.
Beethoven.
Metallica, Beethoven.
Carlos, what do you think about all this? I think anybody who comes here recognizes immediately that this is a really uniquely extraordinary and, despite many problems, a uniquely wonderful, magical place.
It's a magical place, but also for us, for me and for him. Here is a place where many people, black people, have suffered. There is still one kind of karma of this old history here, you know?
So what is the real Pelourinho?
Qual é o Pelourinho real? Ele tá querendo saber de qual
O Pelourinho real somos nós.
We are
Que
the real
frequentamos
Pelourinho.
aqui,
We are
dia a dia, dando vida a essa merda. Entendeu?
Giving life for the... We are the real Pelourinho.
Meu nome é Jaime Figura. Eu estou aqui no Pelourinho, na Babilônia, a nossa Babilônia, que ninguém vai tomar. É tudo nosso. Na verdade, eu gosto de vocês, entendeu? Só que tem umas pulguinhas que ficam me enchendo o saco, atrapalhando a minha vida, entendeu? Mas eu tô aqui pra fazer meu rock and roll e meu lugar é aqui, no Pelourinho!
Meet Boris Nemtsov. He was deputy prime minister under Yeltsin and today is one of Putin's most vocal critics. This restaurant was kind enough to take us in. But the chef is a Brit, so maybe he has less reason to worry.
First course, gentlemen.
At Yornik Restaurant, they're serving their own versions of Dino-era Russian classics. A modern riff on borscht. Typically a chunky, hearty, beaten cabbage broth with chunks of meat, Here it's a puree with a more elegant, shall we say, deconstructed presentation.
Critics of the government, critics of Putin, bad things seem to happen to them.
Yes, unfortunately, existing power represent, let I say, Russia of 19th century, not of 21st.
Critics of Putin, beware. Oligarch Mikhail Khodorkovsky accused Putin of corruption and wound up spending 10 years in prison and labor camps. Alexander Lebedev accused state security services of organizing a coup to put Putin in power. He was poisoned by a lethal dose of radioactive polonium. And Viktor Yushchenko, the former Ukrainian president, poisoned, disfigured, and nearly killed by a toxic dose of dioxin. I'm not saying official Russian bodies had anything to do with it, but it's mighty suspicious.
I don't think you need to be a conspiracy theorist to say whoever did this very much wanted everyone to know who done it. Everybody understands.
Yeah, of course.
And everybody is meant to understand.
Yeah, everybody understands. Everybody understands everything
Right.
in this country.
When you're talking classic conspiracy theories and classically Russian-style paranoia, you want some classic Russian food to go along with it. Pelmeni, minced beef dumplings served on a pillow of cabbage with sour cream.
It's very good. Maybe the most extreme and visible example of how things seem to work here is the Sochi Olympics.
If you look at the map of Russian Federation, it's difficult to find a sport without snow and ice at all. But Putin did.
But it seems like a pretty obvious question. I mean, if we wanted to hold our Winter Olympics in Miami, presumably someone would say, isn't it a little warm there?
This is absolutely personal Putin project.
Right.
They spent more than $50 billion, which is the most expensive games in the history of mankind.
$26,000 a seat for the curling stadium to build.
Per seat.
Putin rode from Adler to Krasnaya Polyana, which is 30 miles. Price for that, $9 billion US. This is a road, right? It's 3 times expensive than American program flying to Mars.
And who got many of those contracts for the roads and stadiums and infrastructure? Well, there's these guys. Putin's childhood friends and judo partners, the Rottenberg brothers, whose companies received contracts worth upwards of $7 billion. And Putin's associate of 20 years, Vladimir Yakunin, who owns the state railroads. His company received $10 billion worth of contracts.
It's very easy to imagine what's happened with this money.
Right.
And you know who cares in Russia? Just about no one.
This is a case, the Lebedenko case. A known enemy of Putin, stricken with a bout of radioactive polonium. Aren't you concerned?
Me? About myself?
Yeah. You're a pain in the ass.
Tony, I was born here 54 years ago. This is my country. Russian people are in a very big trouble. Russian court doesn't work. Russian education decline every year. And I believe that Russia has a chance to be free. Has a chance.
Intelligence services like Putin turned billionaire. He owned pieces of Russia's most powerful energy companies, airlines, and banks, and still publishes the Novaya Gazeta, one of the only opposition newspapers left in Russia. But running a newspaper that's been harshly critical of the ruler has cost him. He's been stripped of nearly everything.
It can be a dangerous thing to do investigative journalism in this country. Your own paper, what, 5 journalists, 6?
Yeah.
Lost their lives?
Yeah, probably the biggest number because there was no war in this country. So in peaceful times, to lose 6 journalists killed is quite a lot.
6 journalists murdered, 1 paper, presumably for their reporting on political corruption or human rights abuse. Though pointing a finger directly at the government is impossible, one can say that the climate here is such that what you say can certainly get you killed.
You have at various stages made life difficult for yourself.
Business was very good for you, and then you had to have an opinion.
When you interact with the local bureaucracies and judicial system, it still leaves a lot to be desired. Let's put it this way.
Lebedev is now a potato farmer.
That's my production, that's my potato.
The biggest producer in Russia, true, but his billions are gone, and he now lives the life of a mere millionaire.
Let's see how do you like this one.
Very good.
Some freshly made potato chips that Lebedev is very proud of. And his personal chef prepares Scottish salmon smoked on cherry tree sawdust, served with avocado.
That was very good.
Lately, Lebedev is getting into slow food.
This is a cold-pressed cedar tree in Siberia.
Cedar oil?
From the cedar corn.
But he has not slowed down his profile or kept his mouth shut. Recently, on a Russian talk show, he got in an argument over the financial crisis with another guest. A heated argument. He ended up smacking the guy.
I saw the incident on television and got in trouble. I found it very refreshing, actually. I think it's something that political discourse could use more of.
The government took the opportunity to charge him with politically motivated hooliganism, a charge that could have resulted in a penalty of 5 years in prison. He has instead been convicted of battery. He's working off his sentence painting fences and shoveling snow.
I mean, sitting on a bench and expecting to spend the next 5 years in prison with 2 small kids, it's not always, very nice, but the guy said something very bad. He said, those who don't have a billion, go yourself.
Though his victim did not register an official complaint, the message, I think, was clear.
The charges were pressed by the Russian state, which is pretty funny, because this is a private accusation.
It's dangerous. Very dangerous to criticize or investigate or speculate. Why? Why do you care?
Do you really think you can defeat it? No. So what are you doing? I hope. Hopefully, reason would prevail.